do it in the reverse order I normally do it. I don't know if we'll go that long. I think Tommy said he had to get up early today for work, so. Alrighty then, we are up and running, folks. Hello, Internet. How we doing? Doing the Fortnife tonight before we talk shop and fill out a bingo card, and I guess just some interesting notes to have. So, for whatever reason, the API we pull for our release tracker that we have, apparently something got mungled in the coding and stuff because it stopped working the other day when I was filling out notes when we were going to do the show yesterday. So I let Tommy know, and then he was like, "You're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. I don't know what the problem is." And I was like, "Well, that's fine." I just didn't remember what API we were pulling from. It's whatever API GameSpot uses. So we have to go. Tommy has to go and fix that. But in the meantime, I had to do it the old-fashioned way, which is going on GameFAQs and pulling up the calendar of releases for each individual console, and then filling it out. Let's just say instead of taking like, I don't know, 10 minutes, it takes like 30 that way. It takes a lot longer for me to do that, but hey, all the releases are done, and on the notes, it looks like normal. So, hooray. Anywho, before we get into the Fortnife, I'm going to talk about some stuff real quick. So Discotech did their announcements they were going to do today. Last week they had a bunch of clues, talked about it, and here are the 4 releases that they settled on, and they are 2 of them are kind of surprising. So first and foremost, Digimon Season 3, i.e. Digimon Tamers. This is the how to describe this for the folks that don't know Digimon. So this is the Digimon show after basically the first 2 seasons that were interconnected. This one was not connected at all, but it was still basically season 3 of Digimon here stateside. But in Japan, it was referred to as Digimon Tamers. So we're getting the dubbed version up front, like they normally do. They did state here they're going to do a subversion later date, which they've also been doing. I think somebody in Soundout's Discord was like, I think 6 months or so between dubbed and subbed releases for Digimon. As a reminder, for the reason they do that sort of thing is because editing between the 2 shows is different enough that audio tracks would not line up accordingly. So it would basically be 2 sets of files. So here is the dub version. They'll put the sub version out at a later date. Second was Hana Yori Tango TV. I don't know what this is. I also don't know what the third one here is, which is Journey to Japan, the Kyoto Connection. I don't know what these is. This is some sort of anime. This is some sort of live action under, I presume, their Nihon Nights thing. We're not necessarily here to talk about these 2. We are here to talk about the last one. We got Skyrider. Surprisingly, the clue was a bit on the nose, but the really interesting part here is not necessarily they're doing Skyrider, because that was kind of expected, because they've been doing basically every show that isn't the original series, because Shad already did that one. I'm skipping the Payday Christmas song for a minute. What's interesting here is this is going to be in HD. This is going to be on a proper Blu-ray. I don't think all the show series have been SD Blu-rays. Some of them have, but Skyrider has never gotten like an HD Blu-ray release, even in Japan. This will be the first time it has even gotten an HD Blu-ray ever, which is huge, especially for the probably of the Showa era series, the one no one cares about the most. This is probably the least liked Showa series out of the whole lot of them, and it's the like, hey, it's the first time it's gotten an HD Blu-ray, which amazing and wonderful. But yeah, they're doing Skyrider, which just leaves Super 1 in terms of television series, and then Zekross to finish out the Showa era in full. Which Zekross was only a TV special, so we don't know where that's coming just yet. We'll see. But yeah, just these. Basically, tune in for more at Otakon, which is at the end of next month. So July, August will be when they reveal that. Blockies news. It's Toy Story. So they're doing Toy Story figures. Now, I will say up front, we do not know the size class on these. I'm guessing, and bear in mind, this is a guess. This is pure speculation, so do not take this with any sort of dollar value. I think these are Champions Light. Because as you see here, let's open this up nice and big. We've got Buzz. We've got Woody. We've got Jesse, Bullseye, Rex, and then a trio of little green men, and then 2 of the army men. If this was Galaxy, I think they would say this is Galaxy. But it doesn't seem to be the case, so it might be Champions Light, because Champions Light is still a blind box wave, and it is still multiple figures. This, like, simply put, this is too many to be Champions Vanilla. Because Champion Vanilla, they usually advertise as just one figure. And then, like, advertise another figure down the line. It's one figure at a time. Here, it's presumably, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five very distinct figures. And then 5 that could be either one box themselves or spread across the other boxes. But then there's also the fact that they have these sprues here on the side, which lines up with how they were advertising Champions Light before they really detailed that with the Mando and Grogu stuff. So this might be Champions Light, which puts it in that, like, 4.5, 5 range in terms of size. This would still be a blind box wave. And presumably then it's still not the full wave, because Champions Light, I think, was a full 9+J's format. I have to go double check that. But I'm pretty sure it is. But 1 second, folks. Let me go make sure. There it is. I was like, please don't make me scroll down like this website like a mile just to answer this one question for myself. And it was 2, 4, 5, 6, 9. No? Is this more than 9, or am I crazy? No, it was 9 plus. Yeah, right. It was 9 plus. It's still a 9+J's format, because some of these things are like, there's multiple parts within them to make multiple things. Right. I forgot that part. I was about to go look at the side of the box just to, like, double check. Hang on. Well, that's not helpful at all. I feel like I need to go look up a video. Look up a video real quick. Oh, come on. Oh my god. That's the Galaxy's version. Oh my god. Fine, whatever. It probably is still a 9+ chase format. I'm pretty sure it is. Actually, there is one more place I can check. Sorry. I am like, it's like I need to figure this out. Check the Facebook group. Scroll down far enough to, like, or someone posted the image of the side of the box at some point, because I'm sure someone did. Where's that wave? So that's that side of the box. Why can I not find this? I'm very annoyed about this now. Of course not. Oh, well. We'll just go with it. I can't seem to find side of the box. So yeah, it's what I'm thinking at the moment. I don't think this is Galaxy. I don't remember, because we had an initial teaser of this at the 325 Expo, or the 325 event. Because they had a banner up saying they were doing Toy Story stuff. I don't think it specified what they were doing. It might have been Galaxy. Okay, even at 325 event, they were unspecified. Fantastic. So that helps. None. But yeah, these are on the way. We'll see what they are eventually. I guess I'll just scroll through some of the Prime pictures. I don't think I did recently, but there's the Prime. He looks really good. It probably helps that, like, Prime is one of those shows of, like, yeah, the robot modes, I don't think they translate well to transforming figures. It's about a bit like the base stuff. Some of them don't quite, like, translate right to being a transforming toy, but they look great as, like, standalone kits. But yeah, and so many, like, episode-specific ones, like the Decepticon shoulder pads, for when he shot a beam out of the Matrix at, I think it was fucking Unicron, lost his memory and then became Orion Pax for a hot minute, and Megatron's like, friend! Come with me if you want to find out what's going on for realsies. Some different colored, like, windows, the Matrix, 2 versions of the Star Saber. I don't remember why there's 2 different Star Sabers, but there's 2 different Star Sabers. Double guns, different faceplates to give them different expressions, or just the faceplate in general. So, like, lots of options. And then last up, y'all like Smart Play in your Pokemon Lego sets? Because here's a lot of them. So, I think I showed off a couple the other day because they were getting out the door. Here's more. There's like a dozen or so pictures on the Reddits for this, but this is just the main pictures of all the kits. So we've got a Bulbasaur and a Bidoof set with a berry machine to make your potions. We've got a Pikachu set with a little, like, Pikachu tree house. We've got an Eevee and Lapras set with, like, a boat and a map. We've got a Mew set with a drone. We got Mewtwo hanging out in a pod, except it's not closed. We've got a Jolteon and Charizard. We've got a Charmander and a Geodude set, a Cubone and a Gengar set, an Umbreon and a Garchomp set, the Squirtle on the little, like, water truck set, and then the Jigglypuff set. No idea what the prices are. I kind of like that they, like, a lot of them come with balls of various varieties. That's cool. That's a nice little collection thing, because you've got, like, a Pokeball in a couple of them. You've got a Great Ball in at least, I think, one set. Got one set with an Ultra Ball and one set with an Astro Ball. That's a neat little, like, collecting thing. But yeah, I think also out of these, only 2 of them come with the Smart Brick, the Pikachu and then Jolteon Charizard. Jolteon Charizard has 2, the Pikachu has 1, and everything else is Smart Play compatible, i.e., fuck you if you don't have a Smart Brick. Get fucked, idiot. Yeah, these look fine. I'm not, like, hard up on these. Like, that Eevee's cute. The Bidoof is a cute, but it's a Bidoof. The Mew's alright. The Mewtwo's, like, alright as well. Same with that Charizard. The Jolteon... I don't know. The... doesn't quite look right. It doesn't help that the Smart Brick's shoved right in its fucking throat. Squirtle looks okay, same with the Charmander. The Jigglypuff still looks weird where the eyes are placed. They feel like they should be closer, but I assume it's because, like, there's a brick right there, so they don't want the eyes going across 2 bricks. The Gengar, I kind of like the Gengar. But yeah, it's just being all smart play stuff, just like, it's a huge turnoff, because it's like, here's all this gimmicky bullshit that adds like 10 to 20 bucks onto the price tag of a lineup that is already fucking expensive for no fucking good reason. So yeah, there was a couple like rumors that went out. We were supposedly getting I don't remember her name, but it's the new NPC for the Delta episode from Omega Ruby Apple Sapphire coming with a Rayquaza as a minifigure. We've already seen pictures of a red minifigure like months ago that I assume is still accurate, and I think it's supposed to come with the Pokeball set. We still haven't seen that Pokeball set. Because I believe all these are slated for August. And I'm guessing all that stuff's afterwards. Why we're still not seeing it. But I'm guessing it might be the 18 plus sets is going to be very annoying. Also, I guess just to say it right now, none of these are going to be minifigure scale if you care about that, because most of these would have to be at or below the height of a minifigure, basically. I think you get it away with that Lapras, maybe. But yeah, some of these are just not going to be it, which, like, that's fine. Anywho, that's it for stuff I wanted to talk about. Ah. I turned off the background instead of turning off the image. But yeah, I'm just not feeling the smart play stuff. I also basically spent this morning, or not this morning, like when yeah, it was this morning when I couldn't sleep. I did up the releases. I also wasn't feeling great for a variety of reasons. So it took me a while to get some sleep. But yeah, it's really interesting that, like, for Discotech, that they're putting out Tamers and Skyrider now. I don't know if they're going to be out for pre-order before Otakon. That'd be kind of cool if they get it out, so that way, I guess their booth at Otakon, they could just sell copies of that immediately, or just be like, yeah, here's Tamer Season 3, and they'll be out before, like, the first day they're on sale at the panel or at their booth. I would assume they run a booth at Otakon. I know they do. They have their panel and stuff. I don't know if they have a booth. I would assume so. But yeah, but the two of them there, it's like, what the fuck do they have in their pockets for Otakon? Because they're just like, yeah, we have a lot of things to announce at Otakon, and I'm like, what's in your pockets? What's in the pockets? I assume good shit. Like, at least on the Tokyo end of things, because I cannot speculate for anime at all, because I do not know anime deep and well enough to, like, predict anything. But, like, presumably they have the rest of the Showa era that isn't Shout, or isn't the original series. They can do the rest of the Metal Heroes, as long as, like, Hasbro doesn't have a fucking conniption over them doing, like, the B-Fighter stuff. But I would hope not. Also, they haven't... Yeah, they would... Well, they wouldn't announce... the deep dives until next week or two, I think. Yeah, they wouldn't announce it until next week or two because they've been announcing them in like middle of the month, so we would have to wait till I got like a couple weeks from now for any new discotheque deep dives, as I'm like just like quietly waiting for them to hopefully put back up Sympho gear. First, I'm also like, would they do a collection for that? I don't know if they would. It's not like super necessary. They could do that. Just be like, here's all of Sympho gear in one box. Instead of, I actually don't know if the 5 of those are like 1 or 2 discs. If they would like just be like, here's one box with all 5 of them instead of like putting them up individually. I would not mind either way, to be honest, as long as it's like out, like that's what matters to me. Is it up higher? Also, I need to. I can't have stuff. Ah, yeah, there it is. Cube! I think the only thing, like, hard definitive I can say about, like, anime stuff is just like, oh yeah, they'll probably do more, like, special collections. Or TV special collections for Lupin. They've been, like, churning those out, like, monthly, basically, so. I was kind of expecting one of the announcements to be that, but then it wasn't. And I was like, ah. Curious. I'll transfer those. Parking. Fantastic. Oh my god, me. Thank you. Just the tracking. But I'm excited to sit down and watch that panel regardless. I don't know what day at Otakon it is because I don't think they have a schedule out. I'd have to go look up to see if they have like a panel schedule done at the moment. Get an idea of what day. Granted, since this mosaic hasn't specified a day, I would assume the schedule is not out yet. So. Okay. Well, actually. I remember infinite sprint with pickaxe. Keep forgetting about that. Other way. Someone started shooting at them. Before I killed them. You're also not my rival. Still not my rival. Hell is rival. There we go. No rivals available. No. why I kept getting that marker. Players remaining. Self-revive device and 5 players remaining. That's not gonna... nope. That ain't gonna work. Not unless I get real lucky. Here. I'm surprised I didn't lose Tracer. I figured she would have died in the storm. Damn it. I almost got it. Dang. Oh well. I don't know why I got an Overwatch emote, but sure, I guess. Oh, did I hit Hundo? Alright, I have basketball bugs. Hooray. Also, funny enough, since we delayed TGS for like a day, it meant I can talk about the new story patch for Star Rail, which was on the shorter end, but it was also fairly like concentrated, and I kind of was on board with that. It was like, oh, this is nice short like setup patch basically for the next one, and also was like, hey, here, here's not just like one twist, but like two twists. Like you probably saw coming. It's one twist that I saw coming a mile away because I was like, yeah, no, this is probably it. They didn't reveal like what I fully thought it was just yet, but part of it was exactly what I thought was going on. The other half was just like, yeah. Well, I don't think I like fully saw it coming. It was like, yeah, you can see the writing on the wall for this one. But yeah, some people might be disappointed by the length of it. I'm kind of okay with it coming off of Inforius and everyone refusing to shut up about the same plot point that they had to talk about 5 times over the course of a single patch. Here it's just like, yeah, no, we're gonna get in and out and be done and move on. And I'm like, I'm okay with that. I don't need people monologuing about the same shit for like 15 minutes in a story patch, please. I also like that just to not like get into spoilers since it just came out last night, basically. I like the fleshing out of the Stellaron Hunters a little bit, especially Silverwolf. Like Silverwolf and Blade, since they take like leading roles for this patch, I like that. I also like that they're kind of like low-key, I feel like, kind of set up upgraded versions of Kafka and Firefly just quietly in the background. Like one line basically was just like, here's your teasers for the 2 of them. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Because I've never necessarily seen the Stellaron Hunters. Wow, those 2 people are fucking gone. Damn, that sucks so well. I've never necessarily seen the Stellaron Hunters as bad guys, per se. They do some terrible shit, mind you, within the context of the story. But it's like for the greater good idea or concept, really. Like, they do some pretty atrocious shit, but like the galaxy would, or like the universe would be in a far worse place if they didn't do this shit. And the 4 of them are not necessarily doing all of this terrible shit for heroic means either. Like, their motivations are not necessarily heroic. It's like they all basically want something out of this deal they have with Elio. But, like, that's fine. Like, it gives them a nice contrast to the Express, which I think I forget. I put this in the comments of somebody's video, that it feels like the Celeron Hunters and the Express have a pairing basically within its members that allows them to foil off of each other. So, like, obviously, Dan Heng and Blade have, like, the closest connection amongst the two groups because of their shared history and what they're trying to do to move past that shared history and that past that haunts the both of them. Personally, Firefly and March have that connection, not just being like your usual like fire and ice connection, but they both have probably that connection of being the closest ones to the Trailblazer. And if you subscribe to it, you have the person that was with the Trailblazer romantically before the game started, and now you have the person who's with the Trailblazer romantically after the game started, basically. Surprise. Yes, I do ship specifically Stella March and maybe Firefly. I don't know. I like the, not necessarily the oh god, I can't think of the name at the moment. The triangle that exists between them, but I like what it says about the Trailblazer. And what you can infer from it all. Damn, I got 99 on that one. Then you have Kafka and Himiko, who are the moms, basically. Then the two of them clearly have some shared history. We just don't know what it is yet. Which kind of leaves, like, Silverwolf and Welt kind of on the periphery, whereas the odd ones out. But it also still works because, oddly, they're the two people that kind of, like, are viewing the Star Rail, like, the world of Star Rail, from a abnormal point of view. Like, Silverwolf has all of her, like, gaming, like, reality warping, like, stuff about her fourth wall. Not necessarily fourth wall breaking, but kind of like her perspective of seeing the world as a video game, and it's actually a video game, so it's a weird, like, meta fourth wall breaking kind of thing. But then you have Welt, who is not from this universe. He is technically from Honkai Impact 3rd. So this is not his universe, so he is viewing not just this universe, but a lot of these characters from this perspective of, like, they're these people I know, but not them. Really, Himiko. Like, there's Himiko, kind of Acheron a little bit from their conversation that they had. But it makes me just really curious of, like, well, it seems like Sunday has officially joined the crew. I forget if he has an express pass or not, because I feel like that's kind of like the key thing there. If that means he's, like, officially part of it or not. Darn, I can catch up. Oh well. But you have Sunday, and it's like, well, there's nobody on the other side that is his foil, which makes me go, are the Celeron Hunters going to gain a new crew member at some point? Because it's not, because Sunday is not us, basically. I don't think. And it's not Elio either, I would not think, because I think Elio is supposed to be the foil for, oh. Pom-Pom. Just because it's like, well, we don't know a lot about these two individuals that clearly are much older and much more in the know than they show themselves to be. And are also very much like not active participants in the going-ons of the crew they oversee for reasons. So it makes me just go, oh, is Silver Hunter's going to reveal a fifth member at some point. Like, I know the one anniversary trailer had that person that I think everyone assumes is Elio, but I don't think anything says they're Elio. They might not be Elio. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'll try to repeat that for what we've been playing the last week, because it's honestly not been much. I think last week I spent more time asleep than I was awake because I just wasn't feeling great. I think I'm better. I think I'm on the back end of kind of the bouts of like not feeling well I get at times. So I'll usually hit like a couple days where I just don't feel good. And then I can shrug it off after a couple days. I have to like just deal with it for a couple days and then it's like, okay, I'm feeling better. And for those wondering, it's not a physically not feeling well. It's more of a mentally don't feel good. For not to get like specific for a variety of reasons. All of them are very personal reasons, but like, yeah. Oh dear. God damn it. Double Cheeto ball. I thought I did that too early. I'm bungling it. Soiling it. Soiling it. Yeah, I did for like, I don't know whatever reason. It's one of those, oops, I have a thought. Oops, I've already put like way too much thought in like work into this. Somebody on Twitter like tweeted Infinite Fusion, the website that Infinite Fusion has, or Pokemon Infinite Fusion, for their decks. Which, for those that don't know, that's the ROM hack that got in trouble a little while back for AI stuff. But they ripped all that shit out and basically have a policy of like, no more. And the only reason there was a problem is because like one of the people in charge of the ROM hack was being a bit too stubborn and basically stupid about the situation. And everyone basically had to talk him down. Just like, hey, look, you're being stubborn and stupid. Stop being stubborn and stupid about this. But what Infinite Fusion is a ROM hack of Fire Red, Leaf Green that basically allows you to fuse any two Pokemon from the game together to create a fusion. And you can do, and there's fusions for like 1+2 and then 2+1, basically, if that makes sense. So I was like, oh, what Pokemon are in the game these days? And like, what fusion, like of those, what are my favorite? Which ones are my usual favorites? And what like goes well with each other? So I kind of maybe have went down the rabbit hole and found like basically 22 of my favorite Pokemon and found fusions for all of them. But it is like really extensive because of that system. So like the dex is like enormous, which is why it's like a whole ass website. I only wish, and actually I'll also show the website here real quick, because I might take a break here in a minute. Or I'll take a break here in a minute. I still have it bookmarked. But yeah, here's the site. And it's just kind of like sorted by news. So like here's, because they, for like the regular Pokemon, they have like a dozen different sprites you can choose from. If you just don't want to like a vanilla one, you can want something a little bit different. I'll just turn off that. But then you get into like all the fusions and stuff. And so like some of them are a little bit like, okay, that's like makes sense. So just like here's like Abra plus Charmander. It's basically a Charmander with an Abra head and Abra colors. Nothing like some of them are not like too out there. Some of them are like really go in on the fusion stuff. I really like it when they go in hard on the fusion stuff. Like these Castform ones look really cool. Ooh, I did not see that Greninja Charizard one before. Aw, like that. I don't think that was there when I was looking for stuff. But yeah, the various artists and stuff they've got for this are like do really cool work and stuff. I only wish is you can only do like two Pokemon up here. I only wish I could put in a list of Pokemon and it just gives me every combination of those Pokemon to search through. I would like that because I basically had to like pick one of Pokemon and then like go through and find the rest of them to see all the different fusions I was looking at. Which means, yes, I did bust out an Excel sheet and was like checking off the ones that I was like seeing that I liked and didn't like. And then afterwards comparing them because I might have dropped them all in the Photoshop and just had them all side by side. It's just like, oh, which of these do I prefer? And then picking one. And then it was like, well, those two are off the table. Find others. And for those curious, they also have a mechanic where they can do triple fusions. These are mainly just for like legendaries and the starters. So there's a bunch of how your triple fusions go. And yes, they do like do references because like there's like Kevin Levin from Ben 10. but also for everything that's like doesn't have a custom sprite. There's a website, I think it's just Pokemon Fusion. I forget the exact name of the website, but it does like these auto-generated sprites, which just slaps pieces of the two sprites together and just runs with it. So they're a little bit jank. They're a little bit like cursed. That's kind of the point for the auto-generated stuff. Oh, that's a new Bulbasaur. Oh, that's cute. You can double up a Pokemon. So you can do like Bulbasaur plus Bulbasaur to get like an extra Bulbasaur. And there's actually a mechanic to do that because you get a little bit more experience off like a self-fusion, as they call it. Yeah. I may have spent some time last night running through that stuff because I couldn't sleep. Or last couple nights. There's a web player for Nintendo Music now? Okay. Sure, I guess. It's before I take my break. Just look at some stuff since basically all the gaming events are this week. Because let me pull up. I was trying to remember who has. Yep, okay. Gamatsu has nice upcoming events, little calendar. So tomorrow it's the state of play. Amongst some other stuff, there's a best indie showcase. And then there's Black Voices in Gaming. Shack News has an indie showcase. And there's a Latin America Games showcase tomorrow. Then, or not tomorrow. Wednesday is Shack News' showcase. Thursday is Latin American showcase and a women-led games showcase. And then Friday is Summer Game Fest, followed by Day of the Devs. Zenless has their stream Saturday morning, which I'm very excited to watch that since it's the big 3.0 stream. Yay. Can't wait. Let's see. Saturday is also Southeast Asian Game Showcase, Wholesome Direct, Story Witch Showcase, Green Game Showcase, Future Game Showcase, and Frosty Game Fest. And then Sunday is Xbox's Showcase, PC Gaming Showcase, Twitch's Indie Showcase, India Showcase, or India Games Showcase, Accessibility Summer Showcase, and an Upload VR Showcase. And then presumably we will have a direct at some point this month, which is why, bingo card wise, for those that don't know, we're going to do a bingo card tonight. I've already filled in the stuff for my part of the bingo card. But what we're going to do is for our 4 major showcases, which are going to be State of Play for tomorrow, Summer Game Fest for Friday, Xbox Showcase for Sunday. We're each going to do 3 basically things. We're going to do the best thing we want to see from that showcase, i.e., regardless of the reality or not, what do we want to see? What would make us pop? And then we're going to pick the worst thing we want to see from that showcase, i.e., what will make us boo? What will make us stand up and go, boo, boo this showcase, boo this presenter? Not that extreme, mind you, but like, that's the idea. And then the most likely thing that will be at the showcase, i.e., what do we honestly expect to be there? What do we realistically expect to be there that isn't already like announced to be there? So like, we can't say Marvel's Wolverine for the Sony showcase because they already said that's going to be there at the Direct. They even said they would lead the Direct with that. So, can't pick that. Let me tell you this right now. The State of Play, it was easy enough to pick the worst thing and like a most likely thing. I kind of struggled with the best thing to show off there. I have a thing in there that I know it will not happen at all, but I want it anyway. The Summer Game Fest I struggled with because we don't have a list of the folks that are gonna participate at Summer Game Fest. So I just threw shit together because I honestly don't know. The Summer Game Fest is such a hodgepodge of like developers and stuff. I honestly just don't know where to begin. The Xbox Showcase was like, it's easy enough to pick the worst and likely things. What do I pick for best? And I have a thing in there that has nothing to do with Xbox, but entirely due to what keeps getting advertised at fucking Xbox Showcases. And the Direct, I just kind of like threw whatever out there. So yeah, that's the plan for the bingo card tonight. Tommy has not filled in his end of it just yet. I presume he will fill it in when we're talking about it, hopefully. Oh, someone got Starlight's E6 in. Or Starlight 6 in. Nice. I'm just looking at stuff real quick before I take my break. Alright. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do tonight on TGS after we talk our various new stuff. It is like a medium size of like list of things. I think like the most important thing is like right at the top for the two of us, and then down from there is is a lot of things of just like, here's some news to talk about, but not necessarily the most like amazing things for us, to be honest. But anywho, I'm gonna get up, walk around for a minute, and take a break. Now I'll be back, folks. Alright, I'm back. Do have to figure out what I'm gonna do on Sundays for a little bit, because I don't know. I think I need a break from Fortnite for at least a season. I think I've seen what... saw an image for the next season. I don't know if it's all of the battle pass and stuff, but nothing really was like, ooh, let me put in time in the season to get the battle pass. And like, I think I need a break from Fortnite for a little bit. But then it's like, what do we do on Sundays? Because it needs to be something we can do multiplayer. I think this next week I might just be like, you know what? Get the Jolly booted up and running. Check it out. See how much has changed in the... God knows how many years it's been since either of us have touched that game. Someone's got the... an Eleanor. Hey, I am outspeeding everyone. Jeez, where is everyone at? Like this is a little bit of one of the tracks I've got figured out, but like there was someone finally catching up. Okay, they're gone. I was again. My drifts. Catch back up. they're gone. They got it. Darn. How much did they beat me by? Four seconds. And then it was 3 back from there. 1 there. Another 1 from there. Another 4 there. 5. Oof. Oof. I don't even know what kind of assault rifle I just picked up. Assault rifle? Shotgun. Oh, that was better. Oh. Got a reliable hollow twister. Let's go. Oh. Fighting through my internet, trying to die. My beautiful and reliable tactical. Love this thing. Where'd all the gunshots everywhere? Fire gloves. Those will just get me killed. No. Saw those footsteps. Gotcha, Goku. Ba-da-ba. Oh god. Ow. No! Alright. Oh dear. That's not good. Might have killed that person as well. Oh, I should have picked something else. Oh no. I knew it. As soon as I saw the other shot that wasn't mine, I was just like, oh, the other guy's gonna bop me in the back of the head. Damn, that sucks. Oh well. That was still really good for getting dumpstered right towards the end with all the good stuff. Excuse me. I'm going to guess the game real quick. A little bit. Guess the game. Has to be on the newer end, I would think. Warehouse of some kind? 86? I want to say a Hitman, but I don't think a Hitman has a location like this. It's not that. Still an 86? PS5 PC series. The UI element. That's a compass. That's a newer looking ship. PS5 PC in series? Extraction shooter? Wait, is this what? Is this Arc Raiders? Oh, okay. I have honestly not really looked at Arc Raiders gameplay, so I didn't even know what it looked like, to be honest. Okay. My head went, Stardew Valley. That's what it was. I was like, farming sim? Like, my head immediately went Stardew Valley. No, okay. I'm still on a cave network. Kind of a pixel art style. I don't know. I still don't know. Sandbox? Just Sandbox? I have no idea then. 2022 early access? I have no idea what this is. I legit have no idea what this is. Pugstorm. Who is Pugstorm? Or Keeper, apparently. Okay. All right. I was just like, I had one guess and then that was basically it. That is a wall from an older game. That's it. That's all I got. Not rated? I'm willing to bet this is a PC only point and click game. No, PS2. What the fuck is this then? A game board of some kind. Some part of me almost wanted to guess Grim Fandango, but it's definitely not Grim Fandango now. What the fuck is this? Looks like a dart with board. Or survival? Huh? I'm 2000. What the fuck is this? I have no idea what this is. From Capcom of all people? What weird ass thing did Capcom put on the PS2? Capcom, what the fuck did you put on the PS2 in 2003? Games. All right, it's by letter for Capcom. Great. That's not that. Yes, no. Not that. Not that. Bombastic? No. It does not put them in release order if I do alphabetical. A. Last row. Definitely not. Street Fighter 2. It's all for that group of letters. M, all by itself. Probably because of all the Mega Man. Mega Man, Mega Man, Mega Man, Mega Man. 2 Gundam games, Maximo, Mega Man. Fuck is I am genuinely invested now. What the hell is this? Disney Diesel, a not mech, it's Rockman, Resident Evil, Piano 3, Onimusha, Resident Evil, Rockman, Cast, Onimusha, Resident Evil. Oh. God, is this going to be all the way at the end of the alphabet? Apparently so, because there's nothing there. Oh god, this is the same studio that did the Mickey games that we didn't like. Or the same branch of Capcom that did that. Gregory Horror Show? Is that what the fuck this is? Did I just miss it when I was trying to go through stuff? Fucking... Good lord. I've never heard of this. Probably for a good reason. Is this a soccer game? Soccer. Yes, but also, guess which one? FIFA 14, since that's the first one. No, and it's not a FIFA game in general. Fuck. Wait, that is... What the fuck is EA's... I thought they were. I thought FIFA was theirs. That's Ultimate Team. That's EA's, like, the whole fucking microtransaction card thing they have in all their sports titles. What do you mean it's not a FIFA? And what's the fuck is their soccer series now? FC, is it? EA Sports FC 24? Okay. I was like, if it's not FIFA, what the fuck is it? Because that's EA's thing. Okay. Good to know. Excuse me. Residential area of some kind. Like an urban residential area. I almost said a Yakuza, but then I looked down and there's a reticle and a gun, so this is an FPS of some kind from back in the day. Got no idea which one. PC, PS3, 360, PC. Was it 0 to grab weapons from a distance? Is this new Bionic Commando? Is this that newer one? No. Okay. None of this is really helpful. 2012? Oh, Darkness. The Darkness. The Darkness. The first one. The Darkness. The other one. Hooray. As soon as I saw the Thing 1 and Thing 2 here, I was just like, oh, right, that's Darkness. Okay. That makes more sense. Is it Reboot Raider? Tomb Raider? No, damn. Damn. Is it Senuan Saga? Is that like Hellblade? Oh, damn. That was more of a blind guess than anything. I just saw like like the terrain and stuff. I was just like, oh, that looks like the terrain that'd be in a Hellblade game. Just like throw a dart somewhere. Hi, Mortal Kombat 1. Like original, what? Wait, no. No? Mortal Kombat 2? Okay. I was like, that's the stage from Mortal Kombat 1. Okay. I guess it was also in Mortal Kombat 2. I don't know the minutiae of differences between 1 and 2. I already did that one. That was Overwatch. Want to say Sea of Thieves? It's not going to be Sea of Thieves. I'm going to toss it out there. Just toss a guess out there. Ew. I've got nothing in particular off this. A 77. That's decently up there. Stadia and PC? It's a fucking Stadia game? Okay. All right then. We I hack and slash RPG on fucking Stadia? Fortunately, I don't know the Stadia library, even though it's not that big. Actually, good question. Good question. How big is the fucking Stadia library? Because it didn't last very long. They're an 80. That's bigger than some other games. Part of the launch lineup of Stadia titles, so that gets us down somewhat. All right, Destiny 2 is Stadia, right? None of these are standing out as what they could be just off name. Which doesn't help. I'm also past where it was. Airship Syndicate. This is the... Oh, I see it now, because that's war. This was the top-down Darksiders game? I forgot that was a thing until just now. Oh, God. They just did whatever they just do whatever the fuck they want with Darksiders. They just keep reinventing whatever genre Darksiders needs to be. Because I think it's been a different genre for every fucking game. Uh, I have no idea. Well, it's something on Game Boy based off the color palette. Would it be like Mario World? Or Mario Land? Not Mario World, Mario Land? Mario Land 2? No, but we're in the... Wait, Wario. Mario. Mario Land 4? No. Alright, it's... Wario Land 3 Super Mario Land? There it is. I was like, we were in the ballpark, and then I looked down and saw it was specifically Wario. I was like, ah. The key differentiating factor. That's just fucking a skybox. That's a skybox. That helps none. Are we one of the DS Sonic games? Is this Sonic Rush? Is that looks like a Sonic-ass Sonic bonus world. No, but we're close. Sonic Rush Adventure? No. Sonic... Rivals? No. 2010 Sonic. Okay, I have to look this up then, because there is so much Sonic. So we're going to... Oop. 20... Well, it's definitely not Sonic Adventure 4 Episode 1. That's not it. No, that's not it. No. 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 Wait. Is this colors? Okay. That got me because that's not Sonic Colors to me. Sonic Colors is the other, right? Yeah. That's not what I'm used to seeing for Sonic Colors. I'm used to the 3D like the console version of it, not the Wii and DS versions of it. Damn. That got me because I was not thinking Sonic Colors at all because I'm like, oh, that's not Sonic Colors. That's not the right one. That can't be. Something top down. Something tactical. Something on the fucking Switch. Oh, good. Oh my god, you fucking Hi, Three Houses. Oh my god, that's such a mean ass way to do Three Houses. Because there's like, there is nothing there or there to tell you fucking anything. You have to recognize the grid colors and stuff for Three Houses to even fucking begin. Oh my god, that's mean. It's a mean ass fucking way to make you guess Three Houses. Also, Edelgard in the Swordmaster class? Okay, that's not something normal for her, but alright, sure. Swimming. It's a swimming thing. Probably some old Olympics or nope. Is it track and field? I was about to say that old Olympics, like, no. Arcade. Okay. I was like, is it the old like track and field on NES? No, it's arcade. Arcade Olympics game? Arcade track and field game, basically. It still gives me track and field. Great, but it's not track and field. It's something else that's not track and field. I don't know then. 19... What? Well, it's 83. Is it? I saw that there was a track and field too. Track and field 2? No. But still Konami. What? What? But I'm... Huh? Huh? How is this not track and field? What the fuck is this then? $1984. Fido Konami. In the arcade. Hyper Sport? Wait, what? This... Hyper Sports. Okay. Okay. I was just like, how is this not track and field? It looks exactly like track and field. Apparently, this is a sequel to track and field. That's not track and field 2. I'm just gonna say Pokemon. Just gonna say just Pokemon, just Pokemans. No. 58. The fuck? Into the bin on this one. It's not really helpful. Wii with a pull tape? Is it Wii? Wii Sports Club? Wii Sports Resort? No. Wii Party? Spin the wheel. 2006. We play. Guessing basically everything but it at that point. I feel like I know the subway, but I can't place it. There's a little guy. Little clip shitto right there. Series. Spawn. Switch PS4, PS5. It's not cassette piece? It's not that, is it? No. Action, cyberpunk, dark sci-fi. Fuck is this? Last year? I have no idea. It looks neat. Neon Inferno? I've never heard of this before. Gives a very, like, Wild Hearts vibe, except cyberpunk, basically. Which, that's not a bad thing. There's not a lot of folks doing that these days. Let's say, where are we at? You have 70, less than 70 left, basically. All right. That told me would have hopped on by now. All right, I guess I will take me another break. Come back. Probably do. Oh, maybe a little bit more Fortnite. Maybe something else. I don't know. See when I get back. Hello.
Hi.
Ready to make a bingo card? Is it bad?
Meh.
Is it bad that I struggle to be like, what's one thing I want out of Xbox's showcase?
Not really, no.
I was like, I can
It is,
easily.
it is kind of funny that our drift compatibility kind of matched for the Nintendo Direct.
Oh, including the thing we want out of them?
No,
Okay.
including the most likely one.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to pick something not already announced for the Direct, because I'm like, I could easily just say, hey, more Fortune's Weave, please, and thank you. Like a release date, like a deep dive, anything, but I'm like, no, I need something new.
I mean, you could have.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Oh, wait, I do have a gun. It's like, I don't have a gun. I cannot fight these two people. I can. And easily take them both. The basic ass assault rifle. What is this? Surf? Okay. What I saw in this game. Oh, I can just surf up sheer surfaces with this. All right. Also, I'm just 1000% just being reckless, being like, all right, let's see how fast I can get myself killed. Apparently, not fast enough. So I think I realized something with this week's Zets. Maybe.
What?
I think everyone's trapped in a dream now. I think. I think Somnia trapped them all in a dream. I think. Probably.
Well, maybe.
Like, that doesn't line up with last week's stuff, but like, that's the best idea I have.
I mean, we definitely have dreamception going on.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we're now enough layers deep to where if the rug pull of the entire show was in a dream, that wouldn't surprise me now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, not good.
Yeah.
Because they pulled this same card already once.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I hope that we don't do that and that there is a different swerve. But I feel like we're fixing to do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And when we do, I'm not going to care about the last, 5 or 6 episodes. Which might be more than that.
Yeah, at this rate, yeah, that would be. Trying to run around and get killed so we can transition. It's like, no, you're gonna do good. And I'm like, I'm just running around throwing snowballs. What the fuck? I'm at least thankful that this whole Nox's brainwash lasted not that long.
Yeah, I was worried that was going to last a lot longer than it did.
It's just like, oh yeah, it's here for an episode.
But you know what this is.
What?
Nox hasn't really been a secondary rider for most of the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was our obligatory primary versus secondary rider to then make secondary rider official.
30 some odd episodes into the show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You see where the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
Because as it played out, I'm like, oh, we wrote ourselves into a corner, so we had to brainwash him to actually have the normal primary and secondary riders fight each other just so that they can be on the same page.
Yeah. Show's really getting kneecapped by that twist more and more.
Yeah. Because the fight that they had in the dream would have been the perfect one to actually go ahead. Because up to that point, he had been acting as an antagonist. That would have been the perfect spot to have done that turn. But no, we have to reset everything to 0 because of a twist.
Mm-hmm. And quickly crawl our way back towards that in like half the time so we can get the show going again. And then it's like,
And you know, there's really a world where they could have still done that twist and made that work.
Mm-hmm.
Because they could have just made it be a case of coming out of that initial first part during all the plot dump that Baku was doing to everyone. Could have just let Nox be like, oh, so he's against them too. Well, then I guess we're together.
Yeah. Except they didn't decide to do that. They just had Knox be on the sidelines, doing nothing.
Yeah. But if they'd just let him be like, oh, well, I guess we're technically working together then, and then just let it roll from there, it would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Right. On the bright side, how do you feel about Zero having a rider form?
Little, too late.
Well, it's going to be for the movie.
Oh, then yeah.
Because we've got the most recent teaser for it was like, here's like all 7 agents in Zero, and they all have transformation devices, and then for a quick second you see Zero slam on the Night Evoker, or not the Night Evoker, the Lord Invoker. But we don't know what he looks like transformed, so
Well, I mean, if it's the Lord Invoker, then he wouldn't technically have a rider form.
But yeah. A not rider form.
Since they're not calling them riders.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they technically fit every bill for being a rider.
Yeah. It's like everyone gets to team up, and I'm like, don't half of you hate each other, and also like one of you is dead. So like, what the fuck's going on with this movie?
Yes.
Like, one of you is dead, one of you is about to be dead, the other one is basically our main villain at this point, and one of you basically hates everybody in this in here. Like, are we just trying to do what we did with the Gav movie of like all of Shoma's family who are not evil in this alternate universe are teaming up to help him? Are we just doing that again?
Oh god, it might actually be alternate universe concept.
Maybe. Apparently the writer for the movie is Knox's brother or cousin or something. I don't know. We don't have info on what the fuck the movie is about, unfortunately. We just are like, well, here's the writer for the movie, and here's who's playing him, and that's it. We don't know what's going on. Dang it, I forgot. I forgot it kicks us out. I have to do it again. also, I think the preview for next week was like, hey, X-Streamer's back. And I'm like, well, that didn't take long.
Right.
So Baku will basically be invincible from here on, unless they write in another reason for him to just not have Extremer again.
No, you know what it'll be? Now that they've had access to the capsule and the driver, they're going to find a way to negate some of the effects.
Of course.
Just for us to have a complete poll at the end of the show where he can bypass that.
Yeah. Because, oops, we made the file far too strong. We had to write it out for like 3 episodes. And then it's like, oh, it's back. Oh, no. Granted, the only problem is without the overpowered ability, there's nothing really unique about it.
Yeah.
So if they end up removing that, it's like, well, you removed everything unique about this form. It is now just Zets, but stronger.
Oh, God. Trees have collision.
Oh, ooh. I've never hit one of those to find that out.
I clipped the top of a tree. And I almost met the top of the tube that we were driving in.
Yeah, that's the kill plane.
You ain't losing me on this one. Usually you lose me.
Yeah. Fortunately, first and second place are gone.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Clip the
Oh, come on.
So back out.
I'm good to swap over if you're ready.
Okay. I was gonna ask if you wanted like a game of regular Fortnite or swap over.
I mean, we could.
I mean, you can just swap over then. That sounds good
I mean,
since we have a.
We could do one or swap over. Either way.
Yeah, we'll swap over since we got. Oh, yep, I can pick the right scene. We got news and a bingo card and stuff. Out this week only because of our first one. Also, I have to update the date because I forgot to. Can't wait to put these Nintendo things in here. Nintendo just decides, nah, we're not going to do a direct in June this year. Why would we do that? Discord that you want.
Apparently not.
Just nope, uncooperative. I love how my leaks Reddit. It's like Game Informer put Cloud in their thumbnail for Summer Game Fest, and I'm like, that means nothing. They probably just put it in there because it'd be recognizable.
I'm literally poking everything just to see.
Wonder if it works on my end. Restarting Discord. Help. Let's find out.
There it goes.
Hooray.
I don't know why I've got to do an update on Discord every so often, and then it decides it'll cooperate.
Who knows? Anywho, I'll take the stream down, and we'll be right back with TGS for the week, folks. Stay tuned.